Okay, so this is going to be the video emphasizing elimination. Elimination is kind of like that old school vertical addition and subtraction, where you did something like this. You know, you did 3 plus 4, it gave you 7. Or we did 7 minus 5, that would give us 2. Okay, so it's very similar to that, right? So we're either going to be doing addition or subtraction. And what I like to do is I like to kind of look at what I have, okay? So I see I've got 2 positive x's and a positive y and a negative y. Because those two are opposite, that's going to be the easiest for me to do. So what I'm going to do is what I do is I put a little plus sign in quotations or parentheses like that. So I remember that I'm doing some addition. And then I just go x plus x, which is 2x, and I have y plus negative y, which is 0. I usually don't write the 0 part down, but if you like to, that's fine. And then I'm going to go negative 3 plus 1, which is negative 2. And then I just divide, and I find out that x is negative 1. And then going back to what I've done before, I'm just going to substitute that in. So I'm just going to do that in the first one. And then I add 1. So then y is equal to negative 2. So then my answer, again, I need to make sure is in my ordered pair. Okay? All right. So then my second one, let's just do a second example. So we got 3a plus b is equal to 5. And then I have 2a plus b is equal to 10. So kind of the same thing here. I see that these two are not the same, but I see that the b's are the same. But this time they're both positive. So I'm going to do my subtraction. So I'd go 3a minus 2a, which is just a. B minus b cancels out. 5 minus 10 is negative 5. And luckily we got a by itself to start with, so I don't need to do any division. So I'm kind of done with that one. So now I can just put this into any one of these two here. So I'm going to go with 3 times, just try and change that up so you can see it. So 3 times negative 5 plus b is equal to 5. And then we're just going to do, multiply those together. And then I'm going to add 15 to both sides. So then my answer would be just like that. And so if we have anything besides x and y, we're just going to go a, and it's like AB. The letter that comes first in the alphabet is the first ordered pair as well. Okay? Great. So let's look at number 3. We're going to go with x minus 3y equals 0, and 3x plus y is equal to 7. Okay, so this one I noticed that they don't have anything in common, right? So I'm going to have to multiply one of the equations to get it to match out, all right? So I'm going to multiply the x up here. I'm going to multiply this equation by 3. So then I would get 3x minus 3y, oh, excuse me, 3x minus 9y is equal to 0. I got to multiply all my terms, okay? And then the second one, I'm not going to change anything to it. All right? Then I noticed that the 3x and 3x are both positive, so I'm going to do some subtraction. So I'm going to go 3x minus 3x, which is 0. I'm going to go negative 9 minus y, which would be negative 10y. 0 minus 7 is negative 7. And then I'm going to divide by 10, or negative 10, excuse me. So then y is equal to 7/10. Okay? And then, because I don't want to try and put the fraction into that one, I'm going to use that second equation. I'm going to go 3x plus 7/10 equals 7. And so I'm going to subtract 7/10 to both sides. So then 3x is equal to, so let's see here, that's going to be 70/10 minus 7/10. Excuse me. So that would be 63/10. And then what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to divide by 3. But if you remember, it looks something like that. 21/10. So then my ordered pair is 21/10 and 7/10. Excuse me. And I can perform my check into this equation here. And so if I just do a quick little math, 21/10 minus 21/10, because I put the 3 times the 7, which is 21, and it's negative. So 21/10 minus 21/10 is 0, so that checks out. And then here, that would give me, let's see here, 7/10, multiply that by 3. I need to do some math. So 3 times 21/10 plus 7/10, does that equal 7? So that's 63/10 plus 7/10, question mark 7. 63 plus 7 is 70/10, which does reduce to 7. So it all checks out. So this would be our answer. Okay. Let's do, I'm going to go back to the page. So make sure I have my room. We're going to go with number 4, which is 2x plus 8y is equal to 6. Negative 5x minus 20y is equal to negative 15. Depending on how good of a factor, if you can factor, you can see that all these are divisible by 5. These are all divisible by 2. You can reduce it, or you could just multiply this one by, let's see here, I'm going to multiply the top one by 5. So I'm going to have 2x plus 8y is equal to 6. And then I'm going to have multiply this bottom one by 2. And so then this top one becomes 10x plus 40y is equal to 30. And then I'm going to have negative 10x minus 40y is equal to negative 30. And you can see that they are all the same. So when you add them together, you get 0 is equal to 0. And if this is true, which it is, our answer is infinitely many solutions. Okay. Number 5, we've got 5x plus 4y is equal to negative 14. We have 3x plus 6y is equal to 6. I look at this, I see that both the x's are positive, the y's are both positive. There's nothing in common. I guess this one is, I could reduce that. So it really doesn't help me any. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top one, multiply all 3 terms. So let's just do that real quick. So I get 10x plus 8y is equal to negative 28. And then I'm going to take the bottom one. Sorry guys, I made the mistake. I was thinking too much like that. What? We're going to start right over. So we're going to take and multiply that top one by 3. let's get the right factors. So that gives me 15x plus 12y is equal to negative 42. And then I'm going to take that second equation and I'm going to multiply it by 5. So 15x plus 18y is equal to, oh, how about 30y? So then I'm going to do some subtraction. So 15x minus 15x is 0. 12 minus 18 or minus 30 is going to be 18y. And then negative 42 minus 30 is negative 72. I'm going to divide by 18. And y is equal to negative 4. Okay? So I can take that negative 4 and I can put it into one of these two equations, or I can go back to the original. And usually it's easier to just go back to the original. So I'm going to go 5x plus 4 times negative 4, which is equal to negative 14. So then 5x plus negative 16 is equal to negative 14. I'm going to add a positive 16. So 5x negative 14 plus 16 is 2. So x is equal to 2/5. And somebody's screaming at me right now that I forgot my negative. So it becomes a positive 4. This is a hard problem for me, guys. I apologize. Well, hopefully it works out better than for you guys than it did for me. All right. But just remember to keep things organized. Don't try and rush like I did. And watch your negatives.